Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Outdoor Fever for another lure review. This week we have a dandy of a new lure. It's one of probably going to be my favorite lure this year for smallies, and it looks insane. I can already think of like 5 different ways to rig it, 5 different ways to run it, and 5 different ways to catch fish on it. So without further ado, this is the Googan 3.5 inch Dangle Minnow. I got it in the pink color. I love everything pink that Googan does. For whatever reason, I have insane luck with pink lures that Googan makes. I don't know if it's the smell mixed with the color, but it does really well for me. You can get this different lure in like 10 different colors, so that's just one really good thing about Googan is all the different colors that they make. Really good plastic, really good buoyancy. It has insane movement. As you can see, just holding this thing, the tail is just flapping all around. And the tail is really unique. So the tail is split, which is really good because it makes a lot of movement just in the back without the front even. Just the back has so much movement. It displaces a lot of water with that split tail like that. And that's just something I've noticed that I like about it. The movement is really good. The way I had this rigged is on just a small like 1/4 ounce net head. And I have it Texas rigged so that I'm kind of running it like a fluke, which is kind of a weird way to rig this for a fluke, but it looks really good in the water. The movement is crazy. I was fishing around here in my backyard pond, and I don't know if there's even bass in it because I know that if I threw this in front of a bass, it would not be able to resist it. Just looking at it move, it's just so good looking to move. Another way I would like to throw this is just on a regular old drop shot. It's just the perfect size to do so many different things with it, and the perfect length to do so many different things with it. I think a drop shot is definitely like the best way to throw this, but I just like this because it doesn't sink down to the bottom as quick, and you can kind of keep it in the water column that you want to. Another thing I can see doing with this, and this is something that I discovered last year during the spawn, but I would throw the Dewey Baits drop shot lure down on a bed, and those smallmouth would come up and grab it before it even got down to the bed. It just sits there and flutters on its way down to their bed, and they cannot handle it. And looking at this lure, the amount of movement that the tail has, it's perfect for that. And I can't, like, in 2 months it's going to be madness with this lure. I can already just tell you that I'm going to throw this lure and catch hopefully my PB, but I'm going to catch some really big ones this year. We're hoping to catch like a 5 or a 6 pound smallie. I've never broken 5 to my knowledge. I caught like a 21 inch fish, but I didn't have a scale, so I'm not going to say that it was a 5. You know, I'm not going to say it was a 5. I'm not going to say it was a 6. It was a really big fish. It was 21 inches, but I can't tell you the exact weight. But yeah, this lure is really good. Weightless, I think, is going to look insane if you do it on Texas. Just a tiny hook, Texas rigged, would look really, really good. You wouldn't be able to see the hook. It just kind of flutter through the water like a fluke. Another way that you could use this is on a swim jig because the tail is so buoyant. The trailer, just it as a trailer would be so good, and I'm going to try that this year. Something that I want to dedicate this year to is trying to catch fish on a swim jig because I've not had any luck in the past with it. And so this year I'm just going to throw it a lot and hope to figure it out, because that's one thing I do not have figured out, and I'm going to try and better myself this year and use that swim jig. And this is going to be probably my #1 trailer, maybe that, or maybe one of like the paddle tail swim baits. But this lure, the tail just looks so good. I just cannot wait to throw it out there. Another really good thing about like these Googan baits is that smell. It smells better than most. Like the Yum, I hate the smell of those. A lot of those, they just smell bad, but these ones smell good to the person and they smell really good to the fish. And I've noticed a difference between that licorice smell and this smell of how well they do. I think the Googan baits just do a lot better than a lot of those other ones, and I think it's also because the Googan baits plastics are just more buoyant. They move a lot better, so I just think that that's another reason to buy them. You're just going to catch a lot more fish on a lure like this. It's just so small and so perfect that you can catch anything. You can have a numbers day where you're catching 20 or 30 fish, or you can just simply target big fish for this, and it's going to work for both because it's that perfect size, that perfect in-between size, perfect amount of movement. It's just like the perfect bait. I'm definitely going to be ordering some more packs of this in green pumpkin colors. I really like the summer craw. It's kind of the dark green on top and then light green on the bottom. For whatever reason, I've just always had a lot of luck on that color. But yeah, that is my review of this lure. It looks really good in the water, as I'll show you guys here, and I'm definitely going to be throwing it a ton in the 2026 fishing season and hopefully catching my PB on that little minnow there. Look how good that thing looks. The tail is amazing, the body shape is amazing, and I cannot wait to show you guys what it does on all the lakes around me and all the lakes up north in Michigan. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know what lure you guys would like to see next. I'm doing a lot of these. I'm going to be trying to pump them out every week, especially once I get fishing. I'm going to try to do one from the boat every single time I'm out. So stay tuned, because we got some cool lures coming, more Googan baits. Got some really cool crankbaits that I found. So stay tuned for all of that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys in the next lure review video. This is the Dangle Minnow, and I will see you guys later.